Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. Okay, so today I'm super excited. I'm finally going to start a challenge, and it's a challenge that I myself have come up with slash an ongoing challenge. And so a lot of you already know that Rachel over at Roxy Creations does her Roxy's weekly challenge. And what I thought I would do is go back to the beginning and work on some of her older challenges. So I'm calling it, I don't know if you can see this, hashtag Retro Roxy Wednesday. So on Wednesdays, I don't know how long I'll be doing this, but I would like to kind of pump up some of my ephemera and just some different things to kind of get my mind to going in a different direction, hopefully, than what I do all the time. So I thought I would go back to her Roxy's weekly challenges, go all the way back, and I believe it's 2021 is the one that I'm going to do. And this was her very first one. It's week 1 on Roxy's weekly challenge. So if you go over to, well, if you hashtag Roxy's weekly challenge, you'll see all of them. But what I like to do is go to Roxy Creations, and then I go to her, what is it called? List, her playlists. And then I go to, and then I just scroll until I see the Roxy weekly challenge. And I did the 2021. So I'm going to do, my hashtag will be hashtag Retro Roxy Wednesday. Try that 3 times. Okay. Okay, so I had to make myself some notes so that I would stay on task with what she did. Okay, so let's just get started. She started out, and most of her, okay, let me just say, most of hers are mass producing. And so I'm going to be doing some of that too with hers. And so she started out gluing pages together. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to glue in the middle because we're going to just make some tags today. And I don't think I'm going to use that margin, that border margin. So I'm just going to glue pretty good down the, on just the text part of this. Oh, also what she does, which I won't be doing this, early on, she was timing herself to see how many she could get done in 45 seconds. So I don't know if y'all remember that, but she was, timing herself to see how many she could get done. So I just go, I'm just going for about 45 minutes. So, maybe I'll get one done. If it's anything like what normally happens, right? So just to glue these together, I'm using my extra strength craft glue from Elmer's and not my Oohoo right now. Chances are these will get sewn around. So that'll be a nice little extra help to keep them together around the border real good. So I'm just going to do, I think I'm going to do 4 of these real fast. Just gluing these pages together. So I'm just started right in because I want to make sure that I get, try to get some done. And yeah, so how is everybody doing? What is everybody up to? That's another, let's see, what am I using? Here we go. What is everyone up to? What are some of the things you're working on? Let's get 2 more. And if you could put in the comments, do you ever do any of Rachel's weekly challenges? I've done them, but not every week. You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't to this point been able to keep up on doing it every week, but ooh, I'm hoping that this challenge that I have put on myself will help me creatively, as well as, you know, trying to get a few things done to put in journals. It'd be so fun. Okay, so basically gluing these together just kind of is giving it a little bit of oomph. It is a rainy day. Rain, rain, rain. I totally forgot that it was in the forecast and woke up and it was just, you know, overcast and super windy and very rainy, and which, you know, helps a lot with spring. It gets the ground ready and gets the seeds blowing, and so it'll bring a pretty spring. Although, without looking at the forecast, I had several outings planned for today. Not that I can't go out, but it's not as great in the rain. Like I needed to go to the post office, which I'll probably still do. I need to go to the grocery store. Maybe I'll still do that. We'll see. Okay, so I'm just doing 4 right now. And what she did was she cut these into tag size. So get some things out of the way here. Tag size. So I think I'm gonna go maybe 3.5. I'm gonna take the border off. I probably could have just done that with a ruler. I'll take the border off here. Let's see what else is happening. So getting ready for Easter. That is why I want to go to the grocery store. Okay, so then I'm going to take this to, I think I'm going to go 3.5. I kind of like 3.5 as a tag. She mentioned in her video that she wasn't making any journal cards. She was actually making tags. So let's see, how tall is this? Just a little over 7. That's fine. 7 is a good number, but it's a little over 7. So so yeah, so for Easter, we're not really, I'm not going to make like a big dinner, like the ham and potatoes and all of that. I'm going to be doing my homemade chicken salad and turkey and cheese croissants with a, probably have some type of a side salad, you know. Okay, 3.5. And then just chips and several desserts. Sometimes that's easier, you know, when you know, you get home from church and you just get all that, and it's, oh, and I'll do deviled eggs. But sometimes that is easier, and it sounds easier. But I guess, really, if you have your ham, you know, cooking slowly in the oven while you're going to church, and you have your potatoes in the crock pot or whatever, you could still have everything done by the time you get home from church. But we're going to have like a late afternoon lunch. So come home from church and kind of snack a little bit. Maybe get some fruit or something, or I don't know. Maybe there's a donut or something like that. And then have like a 3 o'clock late lunch, early dinner, mid-afternoon something, you know. And Joey's folks will be in town, so that's going to be fun. For some reason I got that not straight. Something's not straight. Let's go to the I see that side, but try to cut that little bit off that I got. Okay. All right, so there we have 4. So far, so good. We're just about 10 minutes in, so that's good news. Are these glued? Okay, let me set aside. I might just toss these. We'll see. Okay. All right, so then I want to go right sides up. And I want to cut these in a tag shape. Okay. Just doing them all at the same time. Again, kind of that mass make thought. Yeah. All right. Then what she did was she took some paper, some pretty paper, and I'm going to use, you could use whatever you want. You could use storybook, magazine, maps, stationery, old, like home book or something like that, or you could use a digital. I'm going to use a William Morris for one. This is from the Junk Journal Studio. William Morris, 30-page William Morris pattern textile collage prints. If I can get my fingers in here. I'm not going to pull it all the way out. I just want to have some to be able to thumb through it a little bit. I say that. What do I want? They're all so pretty. I think this is really pretty. But, I have to think of how Rachel did this. There's a lot of scraps, so that's neat. But I want to do it just the way she did. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's try that one. Look at that. That's neat. I've used this so many times on different things. I think I even did a calendar collage with it one time. Or some scraps of it. I usually just use scraps for that. Okay. Set that aside. So I'm going to use that one. And I want to get one of these. This is... who is this from? Oh, Melina 1202. And this is the Shabby Chic Floral Bundle. You know I love this. That's pretty. They're all pretty. I think I'm going to try to get something that's like really close together. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's try that one. So that I can get, some on both sides. Okay. Good. Good. Okay, then what Rachel did is she glued these to the back. Try to get myself a little bit of room. Let's put one over here for now. Get a glue paper. Try to make sure there's no weird words. Whoops. Got 2 different ones. Okay, so I think I'm going to glue on this side. Again, I'm going to use the Elmer's because I am going to sew around it. But I'm going to try to get it really nicely glued up. And, if you've used this Elmer's or watched me before, it is a little bit gooey. A little bit gooey. Try to get it right in that corner. Maybe help me. Hopefully this doesn't have a border. I didn't even look to see if that paper had a border. Nope. Okay. Latrine probably is going to go on the back. screen is going to get glued down. So I can't remember if I told you guys that we've been watching Monk at night as like our evening TV time. Oh my gosh. The character cracks me up. I just think the actor is so good at making you understand his conditions. I see myself so much in him, not maybe to the extreme. I kind of went over on this side because I saw through the background that there was a big flower there. But there's a lot of things, you know, that I didn't realize I was similar to until watching the show. Okay, now this one has the French on the other side, so I'll do that one. I think the other ones, I don't know what might have been English to French. This is maybe the other side, French to English, I'm not sure. Anyways, I don't know. I get a kick out of it. I giggle through the whole thing. I think we're watching it on Netflix. And then we were watching Golden Girls as like sometimes if something is very heavy on the mind, I have to have something very, very light to watch before I go to bed. So we'll watch, you know, something like that. Like we used to watch Golden Girls, but then I don't know what happened, but we have to put our username and password back in. Cannot remember what it is for Hulu. So, and most of the time I'm too tired to go, you know, look in my password thing to see what is the password. So last night Joey said, well, why don't we watch Frasier? And I'm like, oh yeah, Frasier's a good one. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so that's the next step. Okay, I'm going to take a drink of water real quick. Okay, thank you. I've had a headache. And I don't know if maybe I just need a little bit more water, but also, okay, so now we're going to cut these out. Once in a while, I will get an ocular migraine. At least that's what the doctor calls it. And they come from stress, usually stress to the eye. When I was working, I was behind a computer about 90% of the time. And depending on the lighting above and the lighting of the screen and how many hours I was literally, you know, working on the computer, not just at my desk, but on the computer working, if it was quite a bit, like if I was creating a training or editing material or something like that, I would be in front of the computer a long time and I would get these ocular migraines. And it's, if you've never heard of it or had one, it's a pressure behind your eye that not only is the pressure, but it also causes pain. And so anyways, so I have had that today. woke up with it. And truly the only thing I can think of, because I'm no longer behind a computer, is that I started a book. And if you've heard me talk about me reading, I don't care to read. I can read, and I can read out loud fine. You know what I mean? Like, I know how to read. It's just that it's not my thing. I've never enjoyed it. I don't have the attention span for it. So, oh, I'm sorry. Anyways, but this book is a book study that we're doing with the ladies group at church, and it's called, the name of it is If, just IF, by Mark Batterson. Well, it's a very easy read. Like, I enjoy his writing, so I'm enjoying, reading it. But what's happened is, I think that I am reading it, reading a lot longer than I normally do. Normally, I'll read an article, or I'll read like statistics of something, or I like to read reports and things like that. I'm just going to do this. Rachel doesn't ink, which just gives a totally different look, which is beautiful. But I think I'm going to ink. Yes, I am going to ink. Well, anyways, I find this book very easy to read. It's in the sense that it keeps my attention, and it doesn't cause me to daydream on. That's the biggest problem, is when I read, I'll daydream on. If it says, the lace curtains blew in the wind, I'll think, ooh, are they vintage? What color are they? Oh, I wonder what else is, like, I can't get, and then I'll be reading 4 pages later, and I'm thinking, what is this? What page am I, what am I reading? I have no idea what just happened. But anyways, this book has caught my attention, and so I'm reading it a lot more often. Like, I'm putting a lot more time into reading it. Now, when you do this, if you have a book page that has a line like this, like I used dictionary, you don't have to use dictionary. You can use any of your book pages. That's just going to be there unless you cover that up, which I might cover some of it up. I have to look at the next steps and see what's next. I may have to put a piece of paper down there if it bothers me too much. But anyway, so I've been reading this book and enjoying it, and I think I've strained my eye. I think my eyes are like, wow, we haven't read a book like this since somebody made us do it. So, I've taken medicine. Tried to close my eyes a little bit, which does give some relief. But when you're not tired, you just lay there with your eyes closed. You think of all the things you could or should be doing. I think I'm going to trim that a little bit. So I thought, well, I'm going to come in and do this video. Maybe that'll get my mind off of my headache. Okay. All right. We have those. Now, I'm going to keep them straight so I can figure out how to decorate them. Okay, now I may have to go back and watch this video, but background paper. Okay, cut out. Okay, decorate. Okay, now the decorating, she used vellum. She used digitals that had been printed on vellum, and I don't have any of that. So I have like these vellum stickers. So I'm going to use those. And what she did, I have to look at my notes. She took these and she put them in the center as a center, like a centerpiece of focal point. I don't know if I'm going to use a square, but let's see if I have any big flowers. Those are pretty. Those are neat. I'm not, I might need to use some of these bigger things because I didn't account for how small these were, which would make sense. Ooh. Based on how big, you know, your tag is. Now, the problem with these are that they have writing behind them, so that's not going to show up very well. So let's look at the next size. May have to ad-lib a little bit. Naked lady. Put her over there. So we may be adding a little bit to these. Ooh, that's pretty. That's very pretty. Too small. We'll try these. Then maybe, you know, maybe we can add something to it. Okay. All right, I got to take my glasses off to see what's going on here. Come on. Oh my goodness. This I had not planned on. And I don't have any nails. There we go. I was going to say I was just this close to getting my tweezers out. Glasses back on. Okay. Now I'm going to keep that because remember we made those pockets with that in with those. That's not very straight. Oh, it's not going to let me come up. Okay. I need to be better at that. I don't know. I don't know. That might be too busy for that, but we'll see. It's still kind of neat. Oh my goodness, where's my tweezers? I wonder if I can be any better with the tweezers. Yeah, a little bit better anyways. I think I'm just going to take it halvesies for now. Try to get it centered. That. A little bit better. Okay. Does anyone else have, like, you know, where readers or, you know, glasses for distance, but then you're on and off, on and off? Well, I have progressives, you know, that are, oops, I did that backwards. It goes like that. And I tell you what, it does not help for me. I don't know if my eyes have changed or what, but I hope that's, yeah, that's about right. I am glasses on, glasses off, glasses on, glasses off. Ew, isn't that pretty? These are the vellum stickers I got from my girls at Christmas. I don't know where they got them, but I suspect they ordered them online. I'm not sure of a place local that would have them. Come on. Oh my goodness, you guys. Any tips for this? Let me know. I usually can get them if I have nails. There we go. But I have trimmed my nails down in the last week, I guess. Give it a start over. Ooh, that one's pretty too. Okay. I like how they're turning out. I'm going to save these. I don't know where to put them so that I'll, maybe over here. So I don't lose track of them, accidentally toss them. Okay, now I wonder, I don't know if it's going to work out, but I wonder what it would be like to put, to then layer a flower or something on it. Yeah, like that. Let's see what that looks like. Now I don't save these little guys, the papers that run off from these little ones. I just save the ones that are square or rectangular. Okay, and how about a bird? Wow, what is this? Look at all that white. Why does that bird have all that? There's not even anything there. Excuse me. That's weird. Cut some of that off. Some of this tree you cannot see anyway, so you know these limbs. So I'm going to trace, or I'm going to cut around it. Cut one of them off actually. Okay. I better use this because I just don't know if I can get it. Yikes. That's fun. Okay. Let's move you over here and move up. That's pretty. Maybe something like that. You know what store I miss is when we would go to the city. We had a Tuesday morning. I liked that store. I don't know if anybody still has them or not, but it went out here where I live. Just trying to get that vase straight-ish. Okay, do we have a butterfly or something? You guys, these halvesy butterflies, I'm going to do a whole project with them because I want to use them up. I don't know what to even do with them. So I've decided that I'm going to put it on my list that I'm cutting his legs off. I'm sorry about that, guy. But they're a definite challenge for me. So I thought, well, let's just head it off. And I have so many of them. If you've ever bought some Tim Holtz stuff, you know you're going to get a bunch of halvesy butterflies. Okay. And you could, you know, of course, distress these. When I distress them, I like to, before I put them on, I don't necessarily distress the edge. I just lay it on a piece of paper. I'll show you maybe on the next one. Where's that going? And, you know, just run my little dauber over it. Okay, well, let's see how this is going to go. I don't know. Like that, I guess. Okay, that one's, we'll put that in the pile. Okay, so what about this one? What is that? Extra. Let's see if something with some color. What's this? No, that's a little, it's cute. Oh, I like this one. It's very small though. I guess we could put it like that. Oh, what I was going to show you is, so take your, this is how I do it anyways. And then I just go like this. But if you wanted to, you could edge it. But the thing about edging it is I kind of like it to blend in. I don't know if that's going to blend in now that I did that, but if you edge it, it's not going to blend in as well. So ooh, look at that. I got that one by myself. I can hold on to it. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about, I better, no matter what, even if I'm not feeling up to it, I need to get to the grocery store because they're going to be out of eggs. That's pretty. This would have been pretty too on one because you would be able to see through there. Okay, so that already has a bird. How about that's a tough one. What's this? What is this in here? Could do that. How about we take one of these? Kind of straight, kind of not. Come on. This is definitely where I can see me running out of time because well, one, you know, trying to get the sticker off, but two, decorating is so much fun. But we really only have a couple of steps left. One of those being sewing, which you wouldn't have to sew. You guys, this is painful. There has to be a better way. But the tweezers are a huge help, that is for sure. I'll put this stamp here. Cute. Okay, I think that's sweet. I love this. And I think I'm going to trim this off here. Just maybe use it at the other side or something. Ah, can I get it? Well, it's getting that time of year again. It's time to start raking out and cleaning up. It's a little too early to, I want to, but it's a little too early to clean my garden, my little garden spots around the house, because I feel like we're still going to have some hard frosts coming. I mean, it's going to get in the 20s, I think, overnight. So I want to keep that, even though it looks awful. However, in the front gated area, that little picket fence area that I was telling you about, that Lolly likes to play in. By the way, she went home yesterday. We were sad. She's such a sweetheart. Anyways, there are a lot of pine needles, so many. And if we don't get them up, that acid will be really bad for the ground. Now those are birds too, so I don't really think I want another bird there. Could put a butterfly. That might be too much. I think I'll just put the butterfly. So I that was kind of a thought today, is also get outside, and because the last few days have been kind of nice, kind of get outside and do the raking of the pine needles, and the whistle needs raked again. I can't believe it's been a whole year. Remember last year I did that video of Joey and I doing the whistle, and he had just had his hip replacement, so he was my company. My sweet company. Well, he's all healed. He's all healed up. It's interesting how time is a healer, isn't it? Just bend that a little bit, maybe. All right, I gotta get these glasses off. Can't see a thing. You know, the whole glasses thing, on and off, has kind of been only in the last, I don't know, 3 years. I'm almost thinking this time when I go to get glasses, instead of getting progressive, since I'm not on the computer a lot anymore, and I don't really need that intermediate vision. I'm kind of thinking that maybe I'll just get distance, since I'm tearing my glasses off, you know, to read up close anyways. Even though I have the focal on my glasses for up close reading, it just doesn't, what a mess that is, huh? It just doesn't work well for me. So I find that I just headband my glasses up, you know what I mean? Like, put it up. Oh gosh. Okay, there, we got it. Oh my goodness. Ah! I bumped you again. Bear with me. Now that thing, did it just go on the floor? All right, I'm going to pause and I'm going to go find that thing. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I went ahead and put it on here so that you didn't have to mess with watching that situation. And then what I wanted to do is add fabric or some lace or both. So Roxy added, or Rachel added on her challenge, a little topper, and I thought I would do the same. Yeah, so I don't know, I just grabbed some out of my scrap fabric. Not much, it's really going well with it, it doesn't look like, but Okay. The other ones I'm just going to do, I think I'm just going to do like a tab. And I have these tabs from my favorite ephemera. I already have them cut out. So yeah, here. So let's just pull some here. I think that'll be pretty there. And here, maybe, let's see what I have down here. Yeah, let's just use that one. Yeah. Okay. Let's toss on a little bit of lace. I just got some bits out, and I'm really just going to staple. I'm going to just staple the bits. You could glue it or whatever, and you could also, you know, come back later if you want, and after this, and you could put, you know, glue a button on the staple or whatever you wanted to do. Cute. See if I can get it going the right way. I'm just aligning this one a little bit better. And I saw this as an edge off of a ruffle. I cut the edges off. I'll use that like that. I think this one I'm going to wrap around, push up a little bit. Oopsie. There we go. Probably shouldn't do this with my tweezers, but you know, it's just halfway. Is that the halfway in one? Yeah. Yeah. Take that out. I think it was a little crooked anyway, so all the better. All right, and now these, I did these on label paper when I printed them, so that's a big help. And well, I say that's a big help. I should just left these tweezers out. Keep getting them in and out. Oh my goodness. There it is. Okay. All right. Oh boy. I'm going to put this one off to the side a little bit. Might have to trim it. Trim it just a little bit. Pretty. And now this one. I think I'm going to go this way. Can she get it, the label backing off? Yes. Turn it this way. Maybe help me a little bit better. And I'm just wrapping that around. I'm not making it a tab. A little offside there. Okay. Now, so that's it for, I believe that's it for the challenge. And then you could hinge them in. You could also put a little bit of paper here to journal on, or you could just journal around. They're so pretty, and I'm going to sew them. Probably should have attached these after I sewed, but that's fine. I'll figure it out. Okay, well, gosh, thanks everybody for hanging out with me. We got 4 done in 51 minutes. That's better than my average. So I'm really happy with that. All right, well, thanks everybody. And again, I'll put pictures on Instagram and Facebook so you can see the whole thing once it's completely done with the sewing as well. And we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget, we pray blessings over you, and we want you to know you're so loved. Bye, everybody.